Hey, remember in that last video where I was talking about the Book of Bill and I made mention of the new website thisisnotawebsite.com.com? Remember when I said I was worried it wasn't ever gonna do anything? Yeah, well, almost on the very day we released that video, the website went up and the floodgates opened on new content. So get your I told you so's out of the way now and make me eat my words. I anticipate the comments section to flame me on that. But now that we can establish that the website is legit, let's forget all of our past mistakes and begin talking about it now and what it could mean for the future. The website, thisisnotawebsite.com.com, first went live on July 23rd, 2024 as a countdown. It was watched by fans the world over until inexplicably the counter reached 0 and then began counting up in the negatives. This was the last we saw of it until August 9th, 2024, when suddenly a new window appeared on the screen and told all those watching that the website had been fixed by Seuss. During that time, we got multiple phrases from Seuss in regards to the ways that the website was repaired. Solved. Time to ask Mr. Pines for a raise. Wait, I run the Mystery Shack now. I'm gonna give myself a raise. Have infinite dollars, Seuss. Thanks, Seuss. After clicking Seuss many times, new phrases appeared. Man, I'm hungry. Resisting urge to gnaw on wires. Phew, I hope no one noticed how long that took. I'm not just a handyman, I'm the handiest man. Boy, I could really go for eating some honey out of a clay pot with my bare hands right now. I've earned a break. Time to finally download that app Mabel's always telling me about, TikTok. I wonder if anyone's even heard of Gravity Falls on there. One time, my cousin Reggie tried to make a website and he accidentally shut down the entire power grid of South Dakota. He's so good at computers, dude. Now that I've fixed these wires, it's time to fix America. Good luck with that last one, Seuss. We then received a new countdown counter that was, as Seuss put it, the true final countdown. When that countdown concluded, the website was once again changed. It turned into an interactive screen with multiple clickable items on it, but most importantly, it contained a computer on the desk that, when interacted with, could give you multiple different responses depending on the password you put into it. There's a whole list of passwords and their answers hosted on the Gravity Falls fandom wiki under the page for thisisnotawebsite.com when scrolling to the bottom and clicking computer. Besides that, the room is filled with other clickable objects, such as the Book of Bill itself, which, when clicked, displays a heartfelt letter to Dipper from Ford that speaks of his journeys he's about to take with Stan, and the importance he has discovered of doing things together as opposed to by himself. At the bottom of the entry, there's a code that, when decoded, gives us the phrase ad astra per aspera, which is Latin. When translated, it says through hardships to the stars. When clicking the dagger, we're presented with an ad for the Cypheropticon. The Cypheropticon is a contraption that supposedly allows one not to only see Bill himself, but other spirits which normally only psychics and fortune tellers could see. It's apparently made through ground up bumblebee eyes and is recharged by staring into the sun. At the bottom, there's also an ad for the Bill Hunter's Guide and a ring. Other than that, we can click on the gold tooth in the skull to reveal a get-out-of-death-free Monopoly-style card that describes itself as a coupon for 1 free resurrection. It is printable, just in case you wanted to know. I'm gonna silently tuck this into my wallet. If you look at the computer, you'll notice the name McGucket Labs at the top of it. Clicking on that will give us a transcription from a speech-to-text program that Old Man McGucket created when he talks about how he never interacted with Bill's cipher, but knows that he's bad news. He mentions that he might have once had a shirt with Bill on it in the past that he wore in college. When mentioning it, he says, "Good night, Sally." When entering "Good night, Sally" into the computer, you actually get an image of the shirt. Second, he also tells us to type in hectoring into the computer. When you do, you're presented with what sounds like an old recording of a church service warning against the evils of Bill's cipher. If you click on the eye in the jar, you'll see an image of dolphins around an undersea portal like the one that Bill and Ford make. Bill called it the Finterdorsmensional Portal, but says it didn't work because the dolphins who built it didn't have thumbs. Furthermore, by typing in NAITSUAF, you're taken to an ad about a Ponzi scheme in regards to the buying and selling of eternal souls. After clicking the button at the bottom of the page, you can then turn the dial on the computer that then plays back reversed audio messages that say, "Someone help a murderer named Bill." And "The sky is on fire. Everything is burning. How could this happen? You killed us all. Remember us." Creepy.
How took this happen? You killed us all. Remember us.
The bottom of the page on the right also takes you to a Barnes & Noble site where you can actually buy the Book of Bill. The computer itself is the main attraction, as it gives us more information on Bill, about the characters, and about the world after Weirdmageddon. One thing I found interesting was when you type in ad astra per aspera, the phrase you got from Ford's letter to Dipper. In it, we get to see a letter from Ford about his time with Mabel, investigating Bill's statue. Through the letter, he talks about Mabel's mind and compassionate heart when she threw an impromptu eulogy for Bill after seeing the unease of Ford, reminding Ford that Bill is indeed dead. The eulogy goes as follow. "Goodbye, Cypher. You are dead. Blown up in my grunkle's head. Too much power hurt your soul. Reincarnate as a vole. Amen." For reference, a vole is a rodent that shares a familial bond with hamsters. That being said, Mabel's kind gesture didn't change the fact that Bill may be dead, but he is far from gone, as remnants of his power and influence still remain on the statue, even according to Ford himself, who writes that wildlife tends to avoid the statue, shadows stretch into triangles, and compasses point away from Bill as if he's the opposite of north. Besides that, he also mentions that the mushrooms nearby didn't grow circular spots anymore, but triangular ones. Another interesting thing, though rare to find, is what happens when you type Alex Hirsch. Most commonly, it will just take you to a search for flannel, but on rare occasions, it will show you images that state that Alex Hirsch actually died in Burbank while working on season 3, and has since been replaced by a robot built by Disney to keep the series alive. We're then shown images and given text that reads, "Fact. Alex Hirsch died in Burbank in 2016 choking on a pen cap while beginning to outline season 3. Not wanting bad press, the Walt Disney Corporation quietly dissolved his remains in a vat of turpentine, acetone, and benzene, and had their Imagineers replace him with a lifelike animatronic replica made from a rejected Abe Lincoln from the Hall of Presidents. Many were fooled, but the signs are obvious for those who know where to look. Have you seen him lately? His flesh sags because it's rubber. There are gray hairs showing. These are wires, and he looks more visibly tired than ever before. Needs recharging. This photo was snuck out of the Disney vault by an unnamed contact who was recently found dead face down in the water in It's a Small World. Coincidence? There's no such thing as a coincidence. Look at him in interviews post-2016. Watch how he nervously fidgets in his seat and will start talking too fast when there are too many lights on him. What could explain this? ADHD? No, that's a malfunctioning hydraulic tube in his Achilles heel and RPM setting that speeds up from overheating. Have you ever seen him and a magnet in the same room at the same time? Have you ever seen him go through airport security or solve a CAPTCHA? What about his blinking? His blinking deciphered is Morse code for buy Mulan 2 on Blu-ray and Disney DVD. I know there will be some who doubt me, but I've seen a file on his source code, and it says he's due for maintenance update in December 15th, 2024 at exactly 11:13 a.m. Let's see what happens then. And when you do, email me at mickeyleak11111@gmail.com. The truth must be known. After that, if one puts in analog horror or creepypasta, you're presented with information on something known as urban legend number 42814 that represents a location called the Always Garden, a supernatural restaurant that appears to be located somewhere in the back rooms. And as someone who slightly gets into the backrooms and their urban legends, I can appreciate this. The text that accompanies goes as follows. Now that's a spicy purgatory. Usually found in strip malls and acid flashbacks, the Always Garden looks like a medium-budget Italian restaurant. But if you walk inside to grab a handful of Parmesan, you'll discover that you're now lost forever in the labyrinthine digestive tract of an ancient unknowable god. Come for the damp Caesar salad and stay because escape is literally impossible. As the commercial says, the Always Garden. When you're here, you're here. If one types in kook, a video of a thunderstorm at the Mystery Shack plays, with lightning illuminating the sky and revealing Bill Cipher looming in the background. Then we get to Giffany. If you recall, Giffany was the dating sim character from the episode Seuss and the Real Girl, a certified hood classic. If you type in Giffany's name multiple times, you'll get various responses based on how many times you input it. After the first input, you'll get input detected, AI antiviral activated. Second click, the computer goes fatal warning, system under attack. Third click, the computer goes Seuss, I still love you, we will be together. Fourth click, the computer goes now downloading girlfriend. This action cannot be undone. And after the fifth click, a short video of Giffany is shown on the computer. Then a zip folder is downloaded onto your computer, inside which are WebP files from Giffany. This includes a text file that utilizes various special characters to make a copy pasta of Giffany herself, as well as a bunch of Tumblr GIFs for you to use as you see fit. My Discord friends are going to hate me. And that isn't even the tip of the iceberg. There are so many other messages you can get that it would take just forever for me to list them all. And besides, wouldn't that just ruin the fun for you? Any true Gravity Falls fan will visit this website at least once and play around a little, whether you just want the information or if you enjoy the hunt. Regardless, you should pay it a little visit. The lore dumping we get is wonderful. Despite that, we still don't have any real confirmation that Gravity Falls is coming back or that this will become much of anything other than just some nice new information for us to enjoy. But never say never. Trust me, I learned my lesson from last time. Let's hope that Gravity Falls returns at some point in the future, but until such a time as that happens, I guess we're gonna have to milk this for all it's worth. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to tell us what you think in the comments below, and remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when we release more videos like this. And as always, remember, Frederator loves you.